Good morning. Once again, as a veteran of World War II, I'm honored to take part in this ceremony that pays tribute to those young men who gave their lives from this town, whose names are on the plaque behind me, many of whom I knew and went to school with. I'd like to bring you back to in the 30s when we went to school, just what occurred. We had no idea that there was a war approaching. None of us ever thought we'd be in a foreign land fighting for this country. But I found myself one morning down at the Whitman Railroad Station with my mother and father and a sister with me, the tears streaming down her face. And I have to think about the other boys going through the same thing with their parents down there. Everybody sad, and I don't imagine I was jumping for joy either, but I was glad to go. I finally made out. I finally got to go to the Navy, which I always wanted to do. And I was waiting for the train from Plymouth, got on that train and went to Boston, as many of us did. And from then on, it was all history. But I have to think about those other parents. I came home many years later, after the war was over, to people who were happy to see me. Of course, I have to think on their parents. They had nothing to be happy about. All they had was a flag with a gold star that they could put in their window. Now, here I stand, 65 to 68 years after that time they lost their lives. I have to think how many things that I have seen and done that they missed out on. Because they didn't have children, grandchildren to hold. They missed out on all the modern inventions, improvements that I have seen. I've been to many places in this country, seen things that they never got to see. And I have to think, what an awful price to pay to they missed out on all these years. And I'm glad they can be here to talk a little about them. They were great fellows. They were only a few. People from every town, I would say, in this country lost somebody, because over 400,000 people, Americans, lost their lives in that war. And I'm here to thankful that I'm still here, but I can't get them out of my mind. All these people that defended this country went through some bad times. Now, the poem I've written today is a little different, because I remember reading how General Logan, gave orders to his Union soldiers to decorate the graves back in 1866. So all the veterans who were still living were to decorate the graves of their comrades who had died. Since that time, Memorial Day has been held, some call it Decoration Day, in many countries, not always on the 30th of May, but many different days. And down through the years, it has come to not represent military personnel, but many families, most every family goes to a cemetery on Memorial Day, or before Memorial Day, to put flowers on the graves of their loved ones. All the year I've done that. And I've written this poem a little differently when I thought about that, and it goes like this. Memorial Day. Today we think of those from our past with fond memories that ever last, not only of those who fought and fell, but our friends and relatives as well. We decorate with flags and flowers, with faith in one of higher powers, who died and rose our souls to save and promised life beyond the grave. Though tears and sadness come to you, trust in the Lord, his word is true. afternoon, and thank you for all coming here. I want to thank the chiefs of the Whitman Police and Fire Department. I want to thank the councilmen and visiting dignitaries. Jerry Eaton, our Veterans Administrator. Thank you all for coming. This is a day that we all, think of the people that have gone before us, who have given the ultimate sacrifice, and so that we could have the freedoms and the joys of this great country. I want to thank all the Boy Scouts and the Cub Scouts and everybody else who's participating in this parade today. Jerry, would you care to come up and speak? Oh, no? Okay. Mr. White, this is Howard White, the commander of the DAV. Please come up.
Good morning, everybody. I'm proud to be an American, and I hope you are too, because we are here for the fallen. But we can't forget the ones that did come back. No arms, no legs, no sight, no hearing, brain damage, body damage. We can't forget anything, what we're here for. And this is the day we don't forget. Thank you.
Great job, everybody. Thanks so much. Thanks so much to our color guards. Great job this morning in the cemeteries. Great job by both our military units, but also our police units and our fire units. Thank you to the police chief and the fire chief for your representation today. I want to also say thanks to District Attorney Tim Cruz. Thank you, sir, for being here today, as well as State Rep Alan McCarthy, Veterans Agent Jerry Eaton, Selectman Dan Salvucci, as well as Brian Bazanson. And the other day when we were at the school, we talked about Dan and Jerry and the state rep, and I talked about freedom isn't free and to never forget. But I got to tell you, my brothers in the American Legion really said it best on the cover of this month's magazine. And what it talked about was those that have gone before, those that have made the sacrifice. And it was a dynamite quote. And it said something like that we need to make sure that we give their death meaning. We have to give it meaning. And that's what we're doing today. And that's what guys like Harry Blakeman have been doing for a real long time. Decade after decade after decade, Harry's been here leading this ceremony with his poems, and we greatly appreciate it, sir. The folks that have served in uniform, whether they be in the military, whether they be in public safety, if they've given and they're lucky enough to still be alive, but if they've gone before, that's what we celebrate today. We celebrate it by honoring them. But I thank you so much, and I ask you to pass on to the folks that aren't here today that let's all continue to give their deaths meaning. Give it meaning. And you're doing a great job of that. Thank you so much.
Each year, we give this tribute out of thankfulness and love for your loyalty and courage, virtues that you said above. We'll never forget you gave your all that others can be free. You paid the ultimate sacrifice, immortal you will ever be. We walked the byways, streets of towns, country lanes, through the parks, at ease and peace, possible because of missions upon you embarked. When there is no setting sun and tides stretch out o'er all the land, no birds to fly, no songs to sing, then we'll come and take your hand. For now we won't forget an emptiness your parting left. You gave your life in freedom's call. In God's eye, you will ever be blessed. Amen.
Dismiss.